I've been exploring Berlin for the past few days, and this whole city feels like an invitation to be even more, to express myself in new ways, to try new things, and to really interact with the outside world. I love that cities always offer this feeling of yes and energy. I'm way more used to solo travel than group travel, and I wanted to share some of the ways that I self-regulate. And the reason I'm here is because my close friend is doing a teaching residency at a yoga studio, and she got this amazing apartment and invited a bunch of us along. Went to 2 parties in the past week, which is a 95% increase than the normal quota, and it was so fun. Letting myself live my life and experience it fully. Of course, all my travels are backdropped with this deep ritual and routine at the same time, and my wellness journey has become extremely simple and is really just a sense of welcoming it all and using the information to then inform what I need moment to moment. Having a conditional relationship of me being right or wrong depending on how healthy I'm being that day was absolutely not sustainable. So let's get into it. I am such a homebody, and that means that no matter where I am in the world, I love to do my chores. I love unpacking as I ground into a new space. The little routines that I've been doing for the past 7 or 8 years make it so that I genuinely feel at home wherever I am, because I'm regularly touching these rituals that bring me back to myself. One of them being that every morning when I wake up, I try to get sunshine on my face first thing to wake me up in a natural way. And I also regularly travel with people who do online work or who are working full-time even. Reese is a graphic designer. Lihi is a somatic therapist with clients online. And so one of my favorite grounding rituals is simply finding a good coffee shop. I live for this, spending hours just chipping away at my dreams and putting energy towards things I really believe in. It's so satisfying, it's creative and pragmatic and just very life-giving. But if I'm not at a coffee shop, I usually have some comfy pants on, and even though it's not something I'm proud of, I edit in bed a lot because it feels comfortable for my back. But the way that I make sure I don't slack off is I make sure I co-work with at least one other buddy in the home space, and I also put on a 2-hour ambient playlist and use that as my work timer, so I'm fully locked in when the playlist is going, and then I can take a break and then I restart the playlist. One of my favorite coping methods is movement, and I will improvisationally move my body and groove, shake, jump, dance at least once a day. And I'm home alone right now, so that is the vibe, and I literally don't even need music for this. I'm dramatic, and it's really fun to just move with the parts of your body that need a little stretch, and it is just so somatic and healing and helps to release. I spent the entire day at home, inside, alone, and it was so fulfilling. I am, however, finally going to leave the house. It's been a really fun practice to realize how easy it is to get that even when traveling with a big group. But my outfit, this is thrifted. These are Reese's. This isn't really an outfit. I'm basically wearing pajamas, but I did want to show you these boots that I got on a shoot in Bali. I kept them after the shoot. They were a gift. I also got gifted these Birkenstocks after shooting. These were basically styling pieces that were purchased specifically for the project I was working on. And I've been wearing these shoes so much, and I just think it's funny because I left with 1 pair of shoes and now I have 3. Feeling all spiffy. I quiet just to hear rain. Whisper softly that I might see you again. Hold me down and watch the water rise. Pull me out and bring me back into this life. Something you might not know about me is that I'm a hypochondriac and I diagnose myself with things very easily. And Something that helps to put my mind at ease is booking doctor's appointments and actually talking to a professional. My sponsor, ZocDoc, is a free website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 different healthcare providers across all different specialties, including eye care, dental care, skin care, and so much more. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, who are located nearby, who are a good fit for any medical need that you may have, and are highly rated by verified patients. You can see their actual appointment openings, choose a time that works for you, and then click to instantly book and sit there feeling all productive. I have been using ZocDoc for years. I kid you not. ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. You don't even have to talk to anyone, just book with a few clicks. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/Hitomi, also linked in my description box down below, to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. These are some appointments that I book at least once per year. Dental, I usually get a cleaning. I do dermatology. I get blood work done, my gynecologist, and then I feel like every 2 years or so I go to the eye doctor. My prescription doesn't really change that much, so those are the things that I do quite regularly, and then I also go to therapy. That's my regimen. I'm showing you my very simple makeup routine to subtly elevate the natural features that we're working with here, starting with the eyebrows. Drawing in a few little wispies because my eyebrows are a little bit sparse in the front. After I add the color, I really brush it out so it doesn't look boxy. Going in with some lip liner, hello! Now for a little bit of mascara. I mostly just do it on the outer lashes. The features that you have survived millennia, and that's pretty cool. And people are supposed to look different and unique. Individuality, having your own personal style and eye for life is a fucking trend at this point because there's so many trends. There's so many cores, cottage core, I don't know, vampire core. There's a trend for everything. Now it's just time for you to distance yourself from all the noise and go internally for your sources of inspiration and self-expression, because you being uniquely you and owning your different features, especially if they're very different, is so interesting and is so captivating and beautiful, and it's something different from what we're so used to seeing on social media. Also, every single time I'm struggling with insecurity, I use it as an opportunity to root into my value system and what I think makes people radiant, which is how kind they are, how passionate they are, how much time they've invested into their curiosities, into the fun facts that they get to share. Like, there are so many radiant older women that I've met, and I love following them and just collecting them as archetypes in my mind of what true timeless beauty actually feels and looks like. And it has nothing to do with appearance. I had the biggest crush on this girl in high school, and she was so Tumblr girl coded. Like, I just romanticized her so heavily in my head, and we ended up hanging out, and she ended up being a pathological liar, and it just really shocked me. And that was honestly the first time I realized that just because someone is physically beautiful does not mean that they are beautiful on the inside or kind or have dreams that inspire me even. It's not a personal thing. No shade to this person, but I was like, oh yeah, beauty literally has nothing to do with how much depth someone has and how compatible they might be with me. And it is literally the most external way to know and appreciate someone is for their looks. I'm going out for research purposes.
It's almost last laugh.
This is probably too dark, right? Should I put on my red berry lipstick instead?
I kind of like the darkness. It's different.
I never really do that. It's currently 9:40 and we're about to leave the house. Here we go. Lee. So looking cute. Thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up. I really like that. That was chill.
They just look long and dainty.
Do you say you like them?
I do like them.
What?
They're acrylics.
I always hated them.
Yeah.
You're anti-acrylics? I was. But also, when I'm 80, the whole thing is that I'm going to do.
We were out last night until about 5 a.m. and we went to sleep around 6:30 after sharing all of our favorite spoken word poems. And now it's a ripe 9:30 and I'm going to go get some bangs today. I found a place that does a bang haircut for just 10 euros. And my part is all weird. Secret hack, keep your yoga mat unfurled in your room and just crawl to it, especially on the mornings you really don't feel like doing a full practice or thinking about moving your body. Just lay on your mat because you will naturally start to move. Even if you lay on your mat while you're watching a TV show or listening to an audiobook, it is so intuitive and wonderful when you just allow your body to give itself what it needs. And that has been my practice pretty regularly, is just letting myself find the sequence that feels good. And my practice has evolved so much throughout the years. Many years of doing the same Ashtanga primary sequence. I've had years of doing advanced Hatha yoga. And now I just kind of do whatever brings me closer to my breath and creates more ease in my body, allows me to sit in meditation for longest afterwards. And that looks like a lot of hip openers, spine extension poses, and a lot of being really still in a pose for long periods of time. So I highly recommend unfurling your mat and just moving with your breath. Yoga really helps me to bring intention and awareness into the subtlest little sensations in my body and helps me to feel like the energy is moving and flowing freely. Hi, I got my bangs. Now we really look like an alt-ass couple. I just wanted to show you our outfits because we all have completely different aesthetics and I think it's so funny. Just missing our fourth band member.
Where is she? She's always fucking late.
The gig's about to stop, mate.
Are we like the Spice Girls?
Spice folks.
Spice folks.
So this is us.
Alrighty then.
And we're going to brunch.
We made it.
Okay. We're integrating the night together. It's time for a nap now that I've had breakfast, gotten bangs, done work, and am about to go to dinner in an hour. And I made my wife happy. Something I love about getting older is that I'm way less concerned with impressing people, about being right or perfect or aesthetic. I'm just excited to peel back even more layers so that my weird inner self can shine and feel excited about life. And I feel so much more confident because that's what I'm looking for in the world, are things, people, and places who invite me to be even more myself, even more curious. And the internal world feels the most stimulated by other people who are doing the same thing, just being themselves, living through the pulse of their authenticity. Even though that might sound a little ambiguous, it just feels like I'm living for myself and my beliefs and all the ways that I want art to inspire me.
Oh my god, there's so many cats. Cats and kittens everywhere. Hundreds of dogs. But I feel the sense of like wanting to hold
Whether to look up or to look across the room at her laying body in peace. I've never seen something so calm, so still. Everyone is weaving an intricate web of love that I want to discover, but I don't want to ruin it. And I don't want to encroach too soon. I just want to know. I just want to watch the weaving. I just want to appreciate the raindrops catching in the interlocks of the fine silk. I just want to know love. and to be love and to discover it in every should make these little ledges bigger so you can really on the spot. 3.5 more days here. Crazy. Today is something called Fête de la Musique. There is free music all over Berlin and we dressed a little cute. Kind of looks like we're going to a wedding. Pookie looks so fire. So
Pookie.
I'm waking up feeling incredibly inspired to write and to be in love, to experience this life fully from my senses and just enjoy. I had a dream where I had a really wonderful kiss and now I'm feeling very alive and inspired by it and by all of the webs of love that we are weaving. The vastness, daunting, and yet
The webs of weaving
makes everything so exciting and interesting and worthwhile.
The musical of our life is beginning now.
Manic pixie, but she's the main character and
not just pushing along the main male protagonist. So you see this time and time again in these films, and I really wanted to unpack that today in this podcast.
I just like love the embodiment of the manic pixie dream girl when she is cognizant of it and does live a full and complex life and is decentering men and all of that. So don't take it personally if I claim myself as a manic pixie dream girl. Best believe ain't no men around here. Not around here, partner. Hello, I came home because I was having anxiety. I was feeling so overstimulated by the outside world. We started walking at around 10 and it's 6 p.m. now. We've just been walking around in the heat and going to all these different music scenes, and I started to feel like, wait, I haven't made any art for myself today. I did not do my morning pages and I haven't made any art in my free time, and that is such a priority to me right now in my life. And any moment that I'm not filming or doing any sort of creation for the online world, I really want to be creating for myself. And I've had this canvas from the residency that I hosted that I have not had time to start filling in because I was doing various workshops there and I was mostly inspired to write. I have not had that kind of anxiety just from overstimulation in a really long time, and it's crazy how immediately there's this thought that there's like something wrong with me or that I should just wait till it goes away or just like be able to hang more. But my past self would see me now and be in shock at how much I've been doing, how social I've been, how much I've been going out. Like there is a life force, a fire that is regularly being stoked in my life right now, and it's very daring. It's like, do even more, socialize even more, talk to more strangers. It's really stimulating, it's fun, it's like interesting to my mind. But then there's this other part that's like, remember when you used to spend like days on end alone and how much you would create? I really want to juice my alone time for that. Not be on my phone or doing any sort of work stuff and just be reaching for the things that I really believe in.
We are an unfolding set of things that are happening. We're in a love affair. And all the stuff of life, including the bomb and nuclear waste and roses and babies and all of it, is part of the whispering dialogue between the lover and the beloved. That pushes you pretty far. And that's the whole devotional path of saying, I don't know, it's dualistic. I don't know what you're up to, but I love you. And I look at all of this manifestation of you, as a statement of who you are. And as I listen through each thing veils your being, because I can't see you directly because you don't have any form. But all these forms are like shadows of who you are. And there is an immense devotional literature just focused around that.
I am feeling brand new. I cried. I was actually like secretly crying in the tub when everyone came home, and then they found me crying, and then they all returned me back to love, and it was very wonderful, and we prayed together, and that is everything to my little heart. But they all went back out to find more music, and I have a date with this bed. Oh my god, it's fun out here. People can see me. Sitting at the bar and looking up and just seeing me going. And for my final trick, I will be moisturizing my body with some oil.
No choice.